BackBeat is proudly sponsored by the Santa Barbara Bowl. Welcome to BackBeat, a show highlighting people that make a difference using music in our very own community. I'm Shannon, and we tape our show right here at Playback Recording Studio, a cutting-edge facility for film, television, and music production, located in the beautiful city of Santa Barbara. Coming up, hip-hop was originally created to bring communities together. We hook up with young hip-hop artist Fresh. He walks the walk by helping kids at the Boys and Girls Club of Santa Barbara. And the Santa Barbara Bowl, best known for its stunning views and awesome concerts, gives back by supporting education in the arts and music. We visit education outreach recipient Everybody Dance Now, a national organization started by a 14-year-old to create change using hip-hop dance. Also, being diagnosed with a deadly cancer at 15 didn't stop this young singer-songwriter from opening for Mariah Carey. Find out more about Becca's courageous journey and why she continues to help kids for Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation. Plus, coming together for a common goal, that's called collaboration. Fresh and Becca Solodon did just that. Don't miss their performance of Cali Boy at the end of the show. So keep it here and keep it loud. We'll be right back. Santa Barbara Bowl's education outreach provides much needed support for music and performing arts events and programs for area students. $1 of every ticket sold to bowl events helps to fund arts education throughout Santa Barbara County. A big thanks to Playback Recording Studio for supplying the location for BackBeat. Playback Recording Studio is a cutting-edge recording facility for film, television, and music production.
I said move to the left, move to the right, now move a little back and do it same line. Now bounce for me, don't with me, but bounce for me,
Everybody Dance Now was founded in 2005. I started the organization when I was 14 years old because I had had this transformative experience when I was 12 where I performed for a room full of teenagers with disabilities. And halfway into my dance, the music stopped. So the audience had us do it again, and it stopped at the exact same time. So this time they said, "We want to dance." And it turned into this incredible experience where the whole audience in groups came up on stage and performed in front of their peers. So after that, I realized that dance is a really powerful tool to bring people together and help them cultivate self-esteem, and that as a young person, I could make a difference with what I love to do, which was dance.
When you're dancing with a group and doing hip-hop dance, there's just a lot of really exciting energy that everyone's feeling. It's not really about getting all the steps perfect and having perfect technique. It's more about feeling it, putting your own style on it, and just having fun with it.
You get to see how everyone else dances, you get to learn from them, sometimes they learn from you. It's a really great experience to be able to meet new people through dance.
In the last 3 years, we've expanded to being in 12 different cities and serving many more young people there.
What's so special about Everybody Dance Now is that it's entirely youth-led, so not only do we benefit the youth dancing in our classes, but also the leaders who create the programming.
So you'll see leaders as young as ages 14 really having critical responsibilities in the chapter. And in doing that, we're not only positively affecting the lives of the students that we serve, but also of the volunteers who are part of this growing movement and make it all possible.
Thanks to Everybody Dance Now and the Santa Barbara Bowl for your support. Welcome to BackBeat. With me here is local hip-hop artist Fresh. Now, tell me, when you write lyrics and you're getting in the process of things, how do you go about that? What's your process?
The first thing, whenever I write lyrics, I always try to write about what I feel and something that's either going on in my life or somebody I know, a family friend, kid that I mentor, something that he's gone through or she's gone through. And, I try to implement that into my music and just try to exude that, with every song and try to speak about the struggle and real life things that, people like myself and kids are going through these days.
That's what's up. So I heard recently that you took the Boys and Girls Club down to the finals. Tell me a little bit about what happened there.
Yeah, I took a group of 14-year-old boys down to Anaheim, California a couple years ago, and it was a crazy experience. I was the youngest coach in the whole tournament.
Nice.
And I had a group of young kids. Half of my kids were probably 13 at the time. And we went 6-0. We won 4 games straight on the championship day. with no breaks, play one game, play a game right after, another game, and then the championship. And it was good. I think we won by one or 2 points. And it was just good to get see the kids smile at the end of their game, and to take them out there, especially the kids who can't afford to travel. That's one reason why the program was put together, to get kids who can't afford it the opportunity to play basketball.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that.
Thanks, Tucker. Now let's find out more about Manny and why his childhood experiences made him such a role model to so many kids.
I've really watched him grow into a very good young man. I mean, his heart's in the right place. He's always giving back to the community. He's always trying to pay it forward, and he's always a real humble and good dude. He works very, very hard, and the Boys and Girls Club is his passion, is his heart, just as much as his music.
During some, tough times in my life, this was my sanctuary, and the staff were like family to me. And it taught me responsibility, taught me morals that I still have to this day.
He's been coming to this club since he was just a little guy. And he went through all of our programs, and then after he got out of high school, he started working here. And he's been with us for 5 years now.
I could be having the worst day or, anything going on in my life with music or whatever, and I come here and it's all gone. And I think that it's helped me grow, in every way.
He's a true leader. He's an influence on these kids. He knows what the kids are going through because he's been through it himself. So he can talk the talk, walk the walk, and he can talk on their level. And the kids, they love him. They go to him for help and advice. They go to him for fun.
He genuinely has a passion for helping his community, and he sees a lot of himself reflected in those young people, and he gives them that extra push to make it.
And I think that schools and other after school programs don't get that one-on-one time and privilege to do that with kids, and that's something that we get to do here. Let's get that one-on-one time to really connect with that kid. And I think once you build that connection with each individual kid, you got them hooked.
The government would use a D. I pay my taxes, put money in the church baskets, watch my homies roll away in hearse and caskets.
I think music is really the same thing. It has that resilience and it has that acceptance that we all are looking for in a collaborative effort. And that's why I'm so proud to see that we have studios and Boys and Girls Clubs, and we have other options for these kids to get involved in other than the streets that just end up in a box or in a box, so it's a cool thing.
And like I always tell people when I give them tours or introduction to the Boys and Girls Club, they always ask, why do I have so much love for these kids? They're not my kids, like they're not your kids, why do you have so much love for them? And I think even though they're not technically my kids, I am them. I see myself in them, and they are me. So that's what I think this place is about, and I think that that's what I've grown to. Instead of having a job, it's been more of, these kids are me, and I'm them, and that creates our connection.
I think the reason why he's so good at making music is because it's his way of channeling whatever he's feeling at the moment. And I think that's also why rap suits him so well, is it's a conversation to him. And a lot of times in this world where we're not as open to discussing our problems, issues, and those kind of things, he's found a way to do that.
Music is my drug. I'm addicted to the life. See, I avoided all the beef just to build up all the hype, but on a real note, F it, I just do it for the life.
Well, it was kind of funny because I've never thought ever that I'd be a musician, especially a rapper. I would have never thought that. I've always been into sports and grew up here playing sports.
The sounds that you hear may one day be king, and we will hand back the...
So I went to CC, took a couple music classes, and a lot of my friends were doing music at the time, so I kind of just got into it just by freestyle rap, just having fun. And then they noticed my skills started to progress. So then that's when I started recording, and I just felt a release the first time I did it, just a mental and emotional release, and it felt good.
No, I don't want your cash. That's not why I make music. I owe my mom. I told my mom back then that I would do it, and I've always had this passion. I just didn't know how to use it. There's more than enough when it comes to fresh.
What fresh means to me is somebody who literally is a breath of fresh air. He takes what is out there He looks at it, he analyzes it, he reverse engineers it, and then comes back with a new twist on it, which I absolutely love about him.
Whatever song I do, whether it be a fun, happy, sad, mad song, I always try to send a message with that. And I can only do that with lyrics. And my lyrics come from my heart, and they come from either things that I've been through or somebody I love or know has been through. And I think that that's really important in music.
So we got evicted. Now we all in different places, and my girl is catching cases. My mom is asking me, Fresh, when you gon' make it? And now I'm feeling guilty because these cameras trying to film me. She living check to check, and deep inside that stuff kills me. I'm trying, mama. I'm in my own genre of music, that's what I am.
Human is human, you know what I mean? And if whatever the higher power is puts it in your heart, then that's what it is. So, and I think that's what's so great about it is rap is mainstream now. I mean, it's a movement. It's empowering, and I'm just glad to be alive to see it.
I give you my life for your enjoyment, so enjoy it, and I hope you do. I love you, bro. Yeah, oh yeah, I love you, bro.
Here's a short note for you. James Brown's Funky Drummer is the most sampled song in hip-hop history. Over 150 hip-hop songs have been documented.
She was going to get better, and she was going to walk out on that stage, and she was going to do that show, and nothing was going to stop her.
I was standing a block away from the Eiffel Tower, about to hit stage in less than a couple hours. In front of 15,000, you could feel the power. This a man's game, pressure probably kill a coward. Enough European groupies, I could feel a shower. I'm searching for some Phillies I could feel with sour. Rapping with legends, I said I always do that. Cause I'm a legend in the making, but you probably knew that. Lines blurred between dreams and reality. When I discover my words are like art in a gallery. They timeless. Visions of the finest dimes in my head. Now I got them on my grinder while they in my bed. And what's breaking a leg, homie, let's break bread. I opted out of reality, took surreal instead. And this won't last forever, so my alarm set. I got now, you got next. And you better know it.
Now you know about the 5 elements of hip-hop. Welcome back. I'm with singer-songwriter Becca Solodon, and I have a few questions for you today. So, how did the experience of having cancer affect you personally? And how's it affected your songwriting?
So before I battled cancer, I used to be really shy, and I would be so shy I couldn't even order pizza over the phone.
Wow.
And growing up, I was in choirs, but I'd never try out for solos. And after having cancer, I just I feel like I just had to grow up really fast, and I had to. It really gave me a sense of what to put into my music when I'm writing. I've written a few songs about my experience, and I think that now it can help other people going through similar circumstances.
Oh, that's great. Now, I have another question for you. Here, you're a Pro Tools whiz. Now, tell me what your process is with recording.
So I usually record a lot of stuff in my room, and I have piano and Pro Tools studio mic, and so I do a lot of my songwriting and recording there. And once I finish a song, it's the best experience, it's the best feeling in the whole world. And I usually like to take my, burn it onto a CD, and then just go driving for a couple hours and listening to it, seeing if I need to tweak anything, and just enjoying the moment.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tucker. Now let's find out more about Becca's relentless will to get better and open for superstar Mariah Carey.
And yes, sometimes I think you're right. I bug you.
Nice.
But with all of that aside,
Either of those will work.
Okay. But with all of that aside, I'm happy you're in my life. I wouldn't trade you for anything else. Me love you long time. Like really, really long time.
Yeah, let's lay that into the track. What do you think?
Okay. I remember being in the hospital super sick, and a lady named Nikki walks in. And she was a volunteer at the time, and she also was starting the nonprofit Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation. She found out that I like to sing, and if anybody knows Nikki, they know that if she finds out that one of our kids likes something, she will do everything in her power to make something special happen for them.
Because I thought maybe if she heard her music or her voice on the radio, it would cheer her up. and her mom gave me the CD, and I brought it to the radio stations, and they wouldn't play it. And so they said, well, you need to clean it up a little bit, and you also need to get, because it was a remix of another song called Simon, and they said that, you need to get it approved first by the people who actually sung whoever the band was that sung the song. And so I had a friend who was an entertainment lawyer, and I called him up and I said, can you help me?
I got a call one day, and it was from Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation, Sam Finkel, and they said that this little girl has cancer, and she's 15, and she's from Santa Barbara, which I was born here, and I was in LA at the time. And they said, she has to have surgery. She has to have her leg amputated from the knee down.
The recording studio day that Nikki set up for us was 2 days before I was going to have my amputation surgery. So it was really in the thick of the worst time of my life.
Her wish is to have 1 hour behind a microphone. So they said, will you produce it? And I said, I'm on my way. So I went to Westlake Studios, which is an iconic studio where Michael Jackson did Off the Wall and Thriller and those kind of things. And I walk in and I see Ronnie King. And Ronnie played with me on the Snoop Dogg Mariah Carey record. And we always had a great relationship. And he played all the Tupac records. So, so I see him and I'm just like, oh, Ronnie's here.
So I get to the studio, I walk in, there's platinum records on the walls. I find out that I'm recording in the same booth that Michael Jackson recorded Thriller, and I'm freaking out. And my mom's like, don't put your water bottles down, don't touch anything. We have to be on our best behavior.
And then I see this really sheepish, shy girl with a bald head standing at the piano, very timid, and just kind of trying to sing, but really self-conscious and, that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, let's get this party started. Meet her parents, all that kind of stuff. And she gets behind the mic, and I hear her voice, and I'm like, whoa, hold up. This is not going to be an hour session.
And before we knew it, we had all these studio musicians that came in, and what was going to be a 2-hour session turned into a 13-hour recording studio session.
She's the purity and sweetness and innocence of an angel, but she's got this sadness and kind of darkness in her music that kind of that captures what she's been through.
After they recorded the song, brought it back to the stations, and they played it, and they actually played it regularly. And I think it cheered her up, it made her happy, it made her, and I do know this, I know that helped her focus on something other than her having her surgery.
And then as a team, we all kind of looked at each other and said, where do we take it from here? She's going to have to go through the darkest time of her life here. She's going to go have surgery and this, and how do we keep pushing through? So I called Mariah Carey and I said, I really don't know what to do.
And she was going to be doing her Christmas show at the Arlington Theater that December, and so she asked if I wanted to open her show. So it gave me something to look forward to. And I remember going into my surgery, my friends were there, all my new friends from the studio were there. The musicians, the producers, they all came, they brought me stuff. And it was probably the darkest time in my entire life, in my family's life. And it was really scary.
And after her surgery, as sad as that was, she had this fire of how she was going to get better, and she was going to walk out on that stage, and she was going to do that show, and nothing was going to stop her.
I had a job to do. I was going to open for Mariah Carey, and it made me have to get better. And it gave me so much hope, and I knew I had to get better. And so it was only 6 weeks after my surgery that her show was at the Arlington, and it was just the most amazing experience. And so I was able to do the show. I had a prosthetic, and I had Damien on one side and another studio musician who I'd become close with, Ronnie King, on the other.
When you listen to her music, it's as if she's talking to you, the listener, directly. It's a very personal message. It's a message about things that have happened in her life that she's kind of generalized so that we all feel some of the same things in our life.
Sometimes people will ask if I could take it back and never have cancer, never had to have an amputation, never had to put my family and myself through this situation, would we do it? And I feel like it's opened up a whole new world. I don't live my life the way that I was before. I feel like I'm here for a reason, and I want to serve, and I want to get to know other kids and show them pictures of me without any hair, and show them I have hair now, and tell them I was in this very same hospital with the same doctors and the same nurses, and I'm okay, and we're gonna get through this, and just be there and play games with them. And it's been a crazy journey, and I'm just so thankful to be able to be here, and so thankful to be continuing to work on music. And I feel that Nikki and Damien and Ronnie, they all really helped save my life, I feel, because it just took me from the darkest place that I've ever been in and really helped me just grow and just learn how to express myself through music.
That was my bad.
Oh, it's all good. That was great.
Here's a short note for you. Rick Rubin founded Def Jam Records in his New York University dorm.
When I pull it out, she tell me to put it back in.
Welcome back. As we heard, Damien Young has been a great influence on both of you. Tell us about that, the song Cali Boy, and how your collaboration came about.
Well, Damien is pretty amazing. He's inspired a lot of the youth in Santa Barbara to fulfill their dreams of being musicians. And I used to spend a lot of time over at his grandma's house, Granny. Mm-hmm. They called her Gangsta Granny. And they always had music. The recording studio was always in use. Mm-hmm. No matter what time of day it was, night, it was always in use with a bunch of kids from the neighborhood. And so that's where I met Fresh, and we just started doing a couple songs together, and then he presented me with Cali Boy, and I really liked it.
Yeah, and Cali Boy actually came up at a random time of the day at 3 a.m. Right when I was done doing a session. I thought I got to go home, and then Miz or Damien pulled up like 30 beats, and skimmed through them, went through them, and I just fell in love with this one particular beat. And so I wrote my lyrics, and I knew once I was done, I wanted a soft, beautiful voice, not so powerful, but sweet, sweet and beautiful. So I hollered at Bex, and she laced up the track, and you made it a hit.
It was magic. That's awesome. I love it. Tucker, do you want to tell us how you feel about that?
Yes, I do. These two are an inspiration for the Santa Barbara youth and the nation as a whole. Now here is their song with Fresh and Becca Solodon singing Cali Boy.
Yeah, I go so hard. You fly so far. Let me be your Cali boy that you fly to. Let your man be your boy that you lie to. Say you're visiting your fam for a week. Little does he know I'm your man for the week. I got plans for the week, things we can do. I'ma see if everything you say you can do is true. I take you to the stool, show you the plaques. Or I could take you to the hood, show you the straps. Cruise downstate or down Sunset. Stay indoors, we making love to the sunsets. Then we could take a break, I take you out to eat. And when we get back, you gotta ride me like a bee. And now I'm on to you, and now you on to me. You gave it up, I stole your heart like a robbery. Now you don't wanna leave, you wanna move in. But we both know you can't, gotta keep it moving. You can't stay, you you know what would happen. This is what happens when Santa Barbara meets Manhattan. Internet chatting, now we macking. When I pull it out, she tell me to put it back in.
Sweep me off my feet. You're my guilty pleasure, babe. You're always treating me to a secret getaway. Coast to coast, first class. Time goes by so fast on the town. VIP,
Yeah.
girl, could get used to that.
You the best I ever had, with God as my witness. Body so bad, 24-hour fitness. Allergic to commitment, hey, I'm too young. I can't even buy you a drink, I ain't 2-1. All you do is ask, and you can have it, baby. Got you brushing, you loving how I rap it, baby. I know it ain't the Hennessy that got you into me. I can't limit you with numbers, you infinity. Fallen angel from the heavens without any wings. I can't be your man, but you could do anything if you put your mind to it. Get it? Put your mind to it. My American Eagles is off, that's how I do
You
it.
sweep me off my feet. You're my guilty pleasure, babe. You're always treating me to a secret getaway. Coast to coast, first class. Time goes by so fast on the town. VIP, a girl could get used to that.
I woke up, broke up. Today is our last day. Time went fast, so fast like a drag race. Why you so sad? Thought that you could hook me? Nah, baby, but you can Facebook me. It's time to leave, time to pack your Louis V's. I gotta get you to LAX by 3. And not a minute later, and there's mad traffic. I took away your breath like an asthmatic. And now we back at it for the last time. This gon' be the best though. That ass mine. Cali Beach boy with a beach body. Music is my job, but you is my hobby. You know that I'm bossing, don't care what it cost them. Or your man Rawson, I'm Lacostin. You a bad girl, and I'm a good guy. Boys to men, it's so hard to say goodbye.
You sweep me off my feet. You're my guilty pleasure, babe. You're always treating me to a secret getaway. Coast to coast, first class. Time goes by so fast on the town. VIP, a girl could get used to that.
Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the show. And please remember to support music and musicians in your community. I'll see you next time on BackBeat. A big thanks to Playback Recording Studio for supplying the location for BackBeat. Playback Recording Studio is a cutting-edge recording facility for film, television, and music production.
For more information on BackBeat, go to our website, cox8tv.com, or you can email us at cox8@cox.com.